Hey, what's up guys? It's SirTagCR and today we're back again with one of my all-time favorite Sparky decks. A lot of decks like 2.6 Hog Rider and 2.9 Expo will double Fireball cycle your Sparky and then they'll kill it with a log. But they can't do that when you've got a minion horde, spear goblins and bats, and then the miner and goblin giant to tank for them. They'll just lose the game automatically if they ever try to do that. So let's go jump straight some games and assert some dominance with one of the most fun and best Sparky decks in Clash Royale. And a huge shout out to all of you guys that are using creator code SirTag in any Supercell game. All money made from creator code SirTag goes directly back into improving the channel's setup, editing, and it allows me to upload daily videos while I take full-time college courses. So thanks for supporting me, I really appreciate it. And a huge thank you to PUBG Mobile for sponsoring today's video. PUBG's brand new update is unleashing a map called Livik. If you guys haven't played it already, it is my favorite map in PUBG. It is the shortest map possible, so you're just gonna get into the action and have way more fights. Livik has a whole bunch of exclusive weapons and a brand new vehicle, so make sure to go check those out. But my favorite part about the brand new map has gotta be the scenery. Whenever I'm wandering around, I feel like I'm lost in my own little world. Royale Pass Season 14 Spark the Flame is the best one yet. It has all new themes, better than ever level rewards, and a ton of new multi-form outfits. PUBG Mobile is hosting a Spark the Flame live event on July 27th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. There will be a ton of prizes and a lot of fun, so make sure to go click that link in the description of the video so you don't miss out. All right, we got a game here. I'm going to go in for our bats and split our spear goblins so we're able to shut down your wall breakers, sir. Get out of here with that spam. I'm so glad that we have bait cards that we can split, so no matter where he drops anything, we got answers. So his knight is also going to get shut down very easily by our goblin giant. We're going to go and kite everything. I love doing this, guys. We're always able to kite our opponent's units, deal with all the bait cards, no matter if they've got skeleton barrel or wall breakers or whatever they drop with their miner. We're going to have a really big advantage. Also, the goblin giant locked onto the tower instead of the knight. Let's go, baby. Let's say night-night to your tower so soon. The bats are going to get on top, and you are not going to be able to do anything about it. You have to go for spear goblins and spend so much elixir. Oh my gosh, we're up a lot, guys. We can go for our own spear goblins. His spear goblins came, and now they're gone, and we got to go and drop our new ones. I'm going to go for arrows here just to finish off those wall breakers so he doesn't get any chip. Unfortunately, it is a -1 interaction, but it's an interaction that I'm okay with. So I can start my Sparky in the back, eradicate the miner, because the miner only gets 500 damage. We are able to build up a massive push, and now you don't have the miner to supplement any of your bait cards that you could spam in the opposite lane, so you're severely hampered right now.
You're on your own.
This is really good. When he has no miner in cycle, his counter push potential in the opposite lane is really horrible. So I'm going to be able to go in for a goblin giant here. I can go in for a miner, potentially get away with bats. I want to see if he's got rail delivery or not. He's going to have poison. Okay, so means that I need to wait a little bit. Yeah, that's great. You're poisoning and logging and bats. That's a lot of elixir, my dudes. And the spear goblins still get on the tower, I think, right? Oh my goodness, wait. He went for poison, so does that mean that I can go for minion horde and miner? If he goes in for wall breakers in the opposite lane, we minion horde miner him. I'm just going to go for bats instead, and then we maybe can go for arrows on the spear goblins that he drops. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better because the Dark Prince is going to force out a ton of elixir, and we can arrow on top of the miner and on top of the wall breakers at the same time. So look at the bats ravage the tower, guys, and this guy is about to rage real hard. We can go for a Sparky and then go for a Dark Prince on top of the spear goblins because I don't think that they all get hit by the Sparky, so I need to make sure that they stay in place. Yo, we went for a miner and a poison on the Sparky. Let's go. The Dark Prince is still alive, forcing out a log, and now, guess what, guys?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
This man has no poison and no hope of defending. So I can go for a miner in the back, go pull back the knight. The spear goblins are not going to be able to do much. And then the minion horde goes directly on the tower because we pull back the knight, as we said before. Predictions here, baby. We are going to be able to go for the bats and shut down the wall breakers. Only one of them connects, and he's got no hope left, guys.
What hope?
He's only got one chance of going in for a miner and maybe getting our tower below 1,000. But wait, we're about to 3-crown him. Dude, that's incredible. I didn't even notice that we were doing more damage on his king tower than he did on our left-hand tower that he was working on the entire game. GG and well played, brother. We're going to move on to the next one, and we're going to keep asserting dominance. All right, we got a game here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening, and we're going to go in for a Dark Prince on the miner. I was hovering my bats, and I'm like, I really want to go for bats miner, but no. He went in for a miner, so we're not allowed to go for our miner. We have to defend his miner, then we can counter push. So we're going to be able to go pull back the giant skeleton. Let's go, baby. Dark Prince is connected. And that's a ton of damage.
Felt good.
That is one of my favorite plays to do, especially because the Dark Prince has splash damage. So no matter what you drop to go counter the miner, it can get pulled back. You're not going to get any value. Okay, so I want to go for Goblin Giant to go and kite that, and then the Spirit Goblins maybe lock on. If you want to go for a zap like that, you will be able to get a ton of value on us. You're going to get one hit, force out a skill horde, and I'm just hoping and praying that this man does not have arrows. We'll find out, though. He's going to have Baby Dragon, which is really bad for me as well. But guess what, guys? Shrek in the left-hand lane. He's eating it alive. That tower is crumbling, completely crippled. And I can go in for a miner if I need to, but I don't think he's going to fall for the same plan, part 2. So, yeah, he realized that. He's like, I need to conserve my answers, and we are not dropping that anywhere near that Dark Prince. So the Dark Prince was actually gonna be really beneficial if we were able to get the second connection, but the second connection just wasn't possible. All right, so the bats are gonna be able to shut down the guards and also get chip damage in the left-hand lane. When we see guards, I'm a little bit scared, but I don't think he's able to guard his towers as effectively as he wants anymore. We're gonna sacrifice the Sparky. Sacrifice, sacrifice. Sacrifice, sacrifice. Gotta go and kill the giant skeleton first and foremost, and then I can get a minion horde, or I can get spear goblins on top of the balloon. So yeah, I want to go in for a goblin giant so that we can go pull. You know what? We're not actually gonna sacrifice the Sparky. I said we would, but we're gonna build up a massive push with it instead, and then we can go for a minion horde. So I just don't want to get 3-crowned, and I want to be able to finish off the baby dragon. Remember, he just zapped. You don't kill the minion horde with the zap, so you have to drop more. What the heck? You've got Tornado Zap? This is actually a really good matchup for you. You've got Tornado, you've got Zap, and you've got guards. I didn't realize how bad this was for me.
Seems the tables have turned, Mr. Powers.
You know what? I gotta go in for a Sparky in the same lane so we can just shut down the giant skeleton. And maybe we'll 3-crown you, dude. I want to go in for a Goblin Giant here, but I'm pretty convinced that it's a scary play. Oh, man. Can I go and kite the giant skeleton into the opposite lane right now? Is that possible? Can I go for something like this and then the giant skeleton goes away from the Sparky and then we're going to be able to finish it off and it goes in the wrong lane? That's really good stuff, guys. Because now the Sparky's going to force out even more elixir. We can go for arrows and the giant skeleton dies away from the Sparky now, right? I'm going to minion horde in the back because he's probably going to go all in. I just assume that he's going to. There's no reason for him to do anything other than that. We're going to go for Dark Prince here so then the minion horde is not actually going to die immediately. Even if he goes in for that, it's okay. We should be able to shut down the balloon without any connection. And then I can go and kite to the opposite lane, part 2, with the Goblin Giant. So bye-bye, baby dragon. It was nice knowing you. Sayonara, sir. Oh, my goodness. I got to go for another minion horde, going for a miner in the safe spot because he already used his guards and he doesn't have a knight or anything to stop it. I just don't want the tower to end up hitting it. And then I can go in for arrows as well, guys. So if we get more minor chip damage, then we are thriving. Gonna go for spear goblins. The most annoying thing ever. The little Stevens, dude, giving you so many paper cuts.
Ow! Oh, paper cut!
Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but we did bait out 3 elixir there, so I guess it kind of did work out. Gonna go for Goblin Giant, Bats, and Miner to force out more elixir so then he can't go in for a balloon. If you can't go in for a balloon, you can't get a party on our tower, and you can't win the game. So I can just go for arrows, walk away with the win, force out more elixir, going for Spear Goblins here, and just cycle vigorously back to our counters. I need to go in for a Dark Prince here so then the bats stay alive so then he can't zap everything at once. So even if he zaps the Spear Goblins, the 2 bats are alive, and that's too many, my dude. GG, well played and peace out. It was so incredibly hype getting that Dark Prince damage at the start, and I'm so glad we won against such a difficult matchup. All right, we got a game here. We're going to sauce out a good luck. Sword Dance is a really good Japanese clan, so we have to focus and play our best right now. I'm going to go for a miner, and I will arrow depending on what he does. He's not dropping minions, he's just dropping skeletons, and we will get a hit on the tower, so that's fine. Okay.
And so it begins.
So the way that you have to play against every Expo deck is if you let your Sparky take the hit, you will lose the game. So we need to build up a massive push if we want to win this. So we are letting the tower take the connection. We're going to go for a Goblin Giant right after. We're going to build up the biggest push of 2020, baby. So that Expo does not take out the tower. We've got Dark Prince. We've got Bats. We've got Sparky coming at him. If I had Heal Spirit, that would be the time to use it. But the bats are still going to be able to soak up for the Sparky, and he doesn't have login cycle. So maybe, just maybe, we're able to eradicate the skeletons so the Sparky gets a connection. Let's go, guys. That's what we like to see. We bounce back with a vengeance. Is it going to be 2 hits? Oh, my goodness. Guys, I can't contain my excitement when that happens. I love beating Expo players. So right now, the game is still not over. I could definitely lose my tower because I feel like if he gets a big push on us and he just fireballs the minion horde, it could be traumatic. So I'm going to go for a miner on defense and try to defend the virginity. Hold our ground. Maybe we go for a Sparky here, but if I go for a Sparky, then I don't have much elixir to defend against his Expo in the other lane.
He left. Pretty sure he left.
Ooh, it's getting dicey, guys. What is he going to do? Is he just going to give up? Does he not want to play? He's not cycling cards. You know what? I was getting ready. My body was being braced for the proper defense. But guys, we just made him break his phone. He was a sad panda. We saw him crying, and now we don't see him in the game anymore. I don't know what happened. Probably chucked his phone in the river, never to be seen again, drowning in his tears. GG, well played, and peace out, brother. I hope that you have better luck in your next Grand Challenge game, but it always feels good to destroy Expo decks, especially when we play against a player that is most likely better than me at the game. We're going to go for Spear Goblins here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's good, and this guy's going to have Barb Hut. So when we see Barb Hut, we already know that you most likely are going to have the Graveyard Poison deck, or you could have Elixir Golem. I want to go in for a Minion Horde and Miner and go bypass because you don't have much elixir at all. As soon as you drop 7 with the Barb Hut, we should be able to shut down whatever you drop in the opposite lane really easily with a Miner and also the Horde at the same time, baby. The dynamic duo shuts down the dragon. It's a fairy tale, guys, where we don't rescue a princess, but at least we kill the dragon. I'm going to go in for a Sparky in the back in the same lane as the Barbs because I want to just slow roll a push. And it allows me to build up a bigger push since the Sparky is going to be shooting the Barbarians, and it allows me a little bit more time. The one really good thing when we see an Electro Dragon like this is I can probably get away with Spear Goblins and I can drop it far away, and then I can get away with arrows as well. So if I really want to kill that quickly, I'll arrows, but he didn't go in for anything that made me do it. Wait, is the Baby Dragon going to lock onto the Sparky so that I can get away with the Minion Horde? I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Yes! Wait, no, it went back on the Minion Horde! What? How did that happen? At least the Minion Horde did not get healed up by the tennis ball. So then I can go for Bats and Miner here, guys. Let's go. Build up the big push with Sparky. He's going to go for Tornado, but the Sparky is still alive and the Miner is tanking for it. I think the Sparky might get a hit on the tower. It's going to come down to the wire. Is he going to Barb Barrel or is he going to die? Oh, it barely died. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined, sir.
I tried.
But you know what? We're still in the game, and that's all that matters. It's been a crazy, crazy game so far. A minute left, and we barely touched either of our towers without so much craziness going on. You would expect something to happen, but no one fell flat on their face yet. So what I was talking about before, the Goblin Giant is really good at destroying the Electro Dragon if he doesn't have a tank. So assuming the Sparky gets a hit off on the Goblin or the Barbs, then we should be able to finish everything off really quickly with the Spear Goblins yet again. I could arrows if I need to, but I've never really needed to yet. Okay, we do now. Finish off the Electro Dragon, get the Sparky connection onto the hut, and let's go, baby. I am really stoked about this because we are consistently getting chip damage every single time. He's going all in. What are you thinking, dude?
Reek of desperation.
What are you doing? I can't believe you would do that. I mean, actually, you're running Elixir Golem, so I can believe it, but I shouldn't believe it. It's not a combination that you see too often. The Electro Dragon on offense worked out moderately okay for him, but with the Goblin Giant Miner pushing on him, he's going to have to go for another hut, and then he doesn't have an answer to the Miner, so that's really good for me. I want to see an Electro Dragon so I can go Sparky in the opposite lane, and then really crush him then. Yes! I was asking for it, and he delivered!
Oh, here you go.
So now I can go in for a Goblin Giant. He was so committed to the left-hand side, and he wasn't ready. So now we're just rushing, guys. Who's going to win? We're both spamming as much as possible. It's been a crazy, crazy amount of spam on both ends. And maybe, just maybe, I'm able to go in for a Miner so the Electro Dragon locks onto that, hopefully. I don't know, guys. I need to go for an arrows. We're going to take the tower out on the right in time. Unfortunately, the Miner didn't tank for the Electro Dragon, so that was really scary. But at least we won the game, and that's all that matters. It feels so good being able to actually beat Electro Dragon decks when you've got Sparky. And because we've got arrows, Spear Goblins, and a Goblin Giant, we're going to be able to damage it down. And as you guys saw, we forced them into a really bad spot. So we're just going to go for arrows here, shut down the tennis ball. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's happening. And this guy's going to have Royal Ghost and Heal Spirit. What could this possibly be? Usually when I see Heal Spirit, it's going to be like a fast cycle Royal Hogs or Royal Giant deck. But when I see Royal Ghost, I'm looking at it and I'm like, wait, what are you running? Are you running P.E.K.K.A right now? I think he could go in for something really aggressive. So I'm just going to go for Minion Horde and not supplement it with a Miner because I need to have Elixir for Spear Goblins if he goes in for a Zap. Oh, please finish off the Ice Golem so the bats don't get disintegrated by that. Then we can counter push with the bats and Miner on the right-hand side. Force out even more Elixir. Actually, we got a Hunter. Heck yeah, guys. That's awesome. So now we can go Goblin Giant for the Royal Ghost and finish off the Hunter as well. So ultimately, the Hunter does not get the second shot off on us. We kill the Royal Ghost and we force out more Elixir. I don't really understand why you've got Royal Ghost, Hunter, and Bandit. Like, this is a really funky deck. But I love seeing innovation because, you know, I just don't expect it that often.
Unpredictable!
So I'm going to go for Spear Goblins here. We will be able to shut down the Bandit. I drop it really low. The reason why I do that is if he wants to go for a Zap and I drop it up high, then guess what? He gets a ton of damage on us, and I can't have that happen. We need to go for arrows to finish off the Heal Spear before it connects because then the Royal Hogs are able to get healed up, do way more than they want to, and we can't let that happen. So, you know what, dude? They do even more than they want to. So that means, like, that would probably be a tower and a half if that Heal Spear connected to us. I think probably best bet is going for a Goblin Giant again. If we can pull the Hunter, that'd be ideal. Yes, let's go! I love kiting ranged units, guys. And then we force out Royal Ghost and Bandit in the lane that he doesn't want to drop it. So I can probably get away with bats really quickly because he doesn't have Heal Spirit in cycle. So if the bats are able to go and kill the Bandit, that's all we need to have happen. If the Bandit doesn't dash. Then I can go for Spear Goblins and save our Dark Prince for the Royal Hogs. Oh, wait. 3 Musketeers. I wasn't anticipating that. I don't know how I didn't predict 3 Musketeers after seeing Royal Hogs and no Elixir Collector. But, yeah, you know what? I should have. So 2 of the Muskies are going to be forfeit right now. And we should be able to get away with a really clean offense with Bats, Miner, and Dark Prince in the left. So I'm looking at this and I'm pretty psyched. The Bats and the Dark Prince might both stay alive. No, just the Bats. But the Hunter's in the opposite lane. Oh my gosh, the Bats are on the tower. Let's go, guys. So I need to go in for Spear Goblins yet again on top of that. And then save our Dark Prince. So we're going to go and do that right now. I think that we're going to be fine as long as the Dark Prince takes the priority from the Bandit. And then we can go in for a Miner, Bats, and Dark Prince Spear Goblins pushed in the left-hand lane while he still has to defend against the Sparky. This is going to be a lot of Elixir for my dude. What could he possibly do? Also, he doesn't have a direct source of damage. So I can just go for a Sparky and make him go in the right-hand lane instead of the left. And then we can go and kite everything with the Goblin Giant yet again. So the Hunter's going to get kited. He might actually have to go for Royal Hogs in the opposite lane that he doesn't want to go in. And we should be able to destroy everything with the Bats and the Dark Prince here. So I'm really stoked about that. All we got to do is go in for our Spear Goblins. The Goblin Giant's connecting to the tower. And we got the game, baby. Let's go. So I love playing against 3 Musketeers because you know that they have to go all in the opposite lane, even if it's at a really high hit point, since they don't have the capability of spell cycling you. And we're pretty far into this GC, and we're doing so well. All right, we got a game here, and this guy's going in for a Miner in the back. Wow, you're feisty, dude. No one does that. They always go in for Miners in the safe spot, but this guy, he lives life deliberately and differently, and he's a wild, feisty sir.
It's who I am!
So California is going to have Skeletons, he's going to have Miner, he's going to have Bats and Ice Golem. So I can't wait to figure out what Miner control deck you've got for us. So the Dark Prince is going to be able to hit all the Skeletons, fortunately for us. And I think we want to go for arrows so we can keep the Dark Prince healthy, alive and well. And I'm going to go for a Miner counter push with our Dark Prince, force out way more Elixir from you. And even if you log, wait, he didn't hit the log timing well. The Dark Prince is on the tower. Let's go. So unfortunately, he did 800 damage to our tower. Fortunately, we did 2,000. So we're up a solid 1,200 damage, and we love to see it.
Math, 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 math.
So I can go for Sparky in the back here, and we'll see what you want to do, my dude. You're going to wall breakers right into us. Oh, no. I think that those connect before the Sparky shoots it. Never mind. Let's go. I was completely committed to just doing that Sparky push through regardless of the consequences. But you know what? It went out real well for me. So he's going to fireball. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what's about to happen. I love when they fireball or poison the Sparky in the back and then you unleash the minion horde because it's not very common to see Sparky minion horde. And you usually just 3-crown him. You're like, dude, you're not allowed to do that. This is what happens. Dominance is undeniably asserted and you are 3-crowned in the span of a minute as soon as you make that misplay. GG and well played, brother. California is a beautiful place and that was a beautiful game.